Today I'm brewing something to drink that'll be ready in a couple of weeks and something to eat that'll be ready in a couple of hours. The drink is American Amber Ale and the eat, that's beer ice cream. Let's get to it.
I wanna go to Paris, but you hate to fly. You don't like to party, cause it's not your vibe.
I'm Martin Keane, taking the Homebrew Challenge to brew 99 beers and hopefully one very delicious ice cream beer. And before we get to discussing how to make that ice cream beer, let's talk about the style of the week, which is American Amber Ale. You've probably had an amber ale or two. The style's quite ubiquitous, but also quite ambiguous. There are quite a few different ways that this sort of beer can go. But in general, you're looking at a beer that has a malty backbone, notes of caramel in it, and also citrusy flavors from the hops. So that brings us on nicely to recipe design. Looking to build a beer here with an original gravity of 1051. And the base malt for this beer is Pale two-row malt, and that comes in at 76%. Now you would typically add some kind of crystal malt into an American Amber. I'm using Crystal 45 at 10%. I'm also adding in 10% of Victory Malt. Now you can also add in a roasted malt to this, just in a fairly small quantity. So I'm going to use Special B at 4%. Mashing here at 67 Celsius or 152 Fahrenheit. You know, over time, I've done quite a lot of little improvements to my unfinished basement here to make it more of a brewery, but one thing I haven't addressed is this disgusting floor. It's just a concrete floor. It's always dirty, no matter what I do to try to clean it, because it's porous. It like sucks in anything I spill onto it. So if you've got any better ideas of what I can do to this thing, let me know in the comments. Now, a little while back, I got an ice cream maker, and like with most things, it wasn't long until I was thinking how I could incorporate beer into this thing. And I found a recipe for beer ice cream, that's regular ice cream that features beer in it, on the Homebrew Academy. So full credit to them for the recipe. There's a link in the description below. So let's go back a little bit earlier in the day and show you how I put this recipe together. Welcome to this week's episode of Martin's Cooking Show. This week you will need 8 ounces of flat stout beer. I highly recommend the milk stout recipe from the Homebrew Challenge. In addition, you will need half a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup of sugar, 6 egg yolks, and 16 ounces of heavy whipping cream. Okay, let's get started. Whisk together the egg yolks, the salt, and the sugar. Mix in the heavy whipping cream. Heat slowly to 180 Fahrenheit. Remove from the heat and strain. And now the best bit, whisk in the beer. Transfer into an ice bath until it reaches 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Then cover it up placed in the fridge until it's good and cold. Now, as my grain basket is draining behind me, let's talk a little bit about hops. We're looking for an IBU of 30 for this beer, and really the emphasis on the hopping is all about the flavor and aroma hops, and we're looking to really pull in a bit of a fruity, citrusy taste to this beer. So I'm going to use as my bittering hop Centennial, and I'm going to get about half of my 30 IBU, so about 15 IBU through that bittering hop. Then with 10 minutes to go, that's when I'm going to add one of my favorite hops, which is Amarillo. I just absolutely love the smell of this one. So I'm going to put a 1 ounce bag of Amarillo in at 10 minutes, and then at 5 minutes to go, I'm going to add half an ounce of Centennial. Beer came in with a gravity of 1052. I'm adding in the yeast, which is Wyeast 1272. That's American Ale 2. So back to the ice cream. What I've got here is an ice cream maker from Amazon. It was 80 bucks. I've put a link in the description of this video. Now, this is nothing fancy. There's like no refrigeration or anything that goes on in this. It basically just spins, it churns. And what you get is you get this bowl here, which you have to freeze overnight. I just keep this in my freezer actually, at about 0 Fahrenheit. So it's super, super cold. So what I'm gonna do is put this in, and then I'm gonna now take my chilled mixture, which is now nice and cold, and just pour it in. All right, put this churning device in here, put the lid on, and then just turn it on. Leave that running for about 20 minutes. Now 20 minutes in, and as you can probably hear, it's pretty loud now, and that's because there's quite a lot of resistance because this thing has thickened up so much. So this is the time to add any toppings that you want to add, and I've got half a cup of morsels here. I'm going to put these in. Okay, I'm going to shut this off, and at this point the ice cream is basically it's soft serve, so you can see it's nice and airy, and oh, that's good. That's really good. Definitely some milk stout coming through in this. But if you want to make this really sort of more traditional hard ice cream, then at this point you would put it in a container and throw it in the freezer for a little while. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, and share this at the beer tasting. So finally we have this food pairing that we've been talking about for so long. Beer and ice cream.
I didn't know it was ice cream.
It's actually beer ice cream.
Ah.
Milk stout, beer ice cream, and American amber ale.
Oh, awesome.
Well, let's get to it. Let's start with the beer.
Oh.
We'll come back to the ice cream in a second.
Okay.
So American amber ale is supposed to be sort of amber in colour. What would you say about the colour?
I'd say it was amber, but I'd say it was a dark amber. You can kind of see a little bit of light through it, but it definitely has like more darker amber hue to it.
Yeah, so let's see if we get any hop aroma from this.
I personally don't. I get more of a malty, yeasty aroma to it.
Malty sweetness I'm getting.
Yeah,
yep.
sweetness.
Yep. Okay, well let's dig in. I'm a little bit surprised. I was expecting very much a sort of slightly roasted malty taste to it, which I would typically associate with amber, and it is that, but it's got a little bit of something else going on in here.
Hints of like a sweetness to it.
I actually am very pleasantly surprised at how that one has come out, because not what I was expecting.
No.
All right, the beer is decent. Let's get on to the ice cream.
My ice cream's melting over here.
So this has been sat in the freezer. I did try this on brew day. So I made this up on brew day and tasted it then, and it was really pretty soft serve, and then it's become a bit harder in the freezer over the last few weeks, but I think it's pretty much back to being soft serve again now. It's been sat out for a little while. So are we going to do look, aroma, and taste on this one too?
Yeah, why not?
Looks frozen.
Well, yours maybe. It looks very pale looking. Kind of looks like Bailey's.
It does look like Bailey's, yeah. It's definitely got that colour to it. It doesn't smell of anything.
Does it not smell of beer?
No.
No, it smells cold. It was really good.
Yeah?
Oh my goodness.
It's creamy, little bit beery.
Just a little bit beery.
Yeah.
Like after having all those dark beers, having it in this form makes me like just get the hint of it. Hold on.
How's it pair?
Because that's what the video is meant to be, pairing.
I kind of forgot about the beer there for a minute. Okay. See, now this doesn't taste sweet in the slightest. It tastes it tastes much more bitter.
Wow. That was a difference. So the beer was good, but this was, I think, better.
At this point, I think I'm supposed to do the closing. Stuff in the description, blah, blah, blah. I'm going back to the ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers!